Hey guys, just a quick jump into the beginning of this. This is the ongoing Nightmare Detective series. You've been asking for it to be back on the channel, and I'm not wholly convinced it's the right call just yet because it's fully on our podcasting platforms. However, enough of you have asked that I'm willing to put it up there. One of the things I need to note is these are never monetized because they have so much copyrighted music. So if you enjoy this and you do want to support the channel, of course the Patreon's there, but I would be just really happy if you commented, let me know your thoughts on the characters, on the work here. It's all based in Sturgeon. It's a mixture of trauma bonding with some of the most crazy slapstick comedy and anime fights. I'm really proud of it. I hope you guys really enjoy it. If we see good enough views on this, I'll keep putting them up pretty much every day until the Nightmare Detectives wraps up and we launch our new season on podcasting platforms first and foremost. But let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you next week with a brand new story, and I really hope you enjoy it.
Throughout life, there are many things that people try to seek. Oftentimes, it is the pursuit of something greater than themselves. It could be riches, fame, infamy, respect, love, fear, possessions, or the intangible. But one thing that almost every human being is united over, at least once in their lives, is the desire to cheat death. That may come in the form of wanting to see a loved one return to you. It may be in the form of wanting to never taste death yourself. It doesn't really matter. Because in those moments of crises, we stand at a precipice, unsure how to proceed. Some of us will lie in bed at night and talk to our chosen deity or deities and ask them for clemency, for forgiveness, bargaining. Others will strengthen their resolve and put that into a passion, a way of keeping themselves or their loved one immortalized. But eventually these desires will fade. Normalcy will overtake, and the mundanity of life will continue. Because it has to. Few human beings are ever fully enraptured by the allure of immortality. And for those few that are, who push themselves to the absolute limits of their emotional weight and their emotional capacities, well, one day they all find themselves in front of a door. And standing by that door will be an individual asking them what they are willing to give up to reach their goal. And that door is the very same one you all just walked through. You have all, aside from Victor and Callista, you have all walked through the umbral door. And after a brief, blinding light, you have come out in this unique place. And I'm going to space this out. I have done the dimensions terribly here, but that's okay. Now, if you all can see this, I'm just going to transfer it over. Oh, no, you can't. That's okay. Where are we? Oh, yeah, we're at the garden at the end of the world. That's right. There we go. So, you have all ended up in this beautiful place. The birds are chirping. Nature is all around you. And in front of this long hallway stands a large circular structure with the same kinds of effigies some of you may have already seen. And sitting at the top of the grand steps is a hooded individual waiting for you. We're going to go to... we'll go to Fala first. Because you're all going to be basically having no initiative, like, order at this point.
Okay.
What would you like to do, Fala?
I got... I don't know. I think Fala would just kind of... I guess she would read a bad situation and just... I mean, I guess it would generally be off-putting that this place is looking the way that it is. I guess I was expecting something darker and more dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess Fala would want to read a bad situation.
Okay.
And see kind of if she's missing anything.
Okay. Sure, yeah. Give me a roll.
It's loading.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You
Oh my
are...
gosh.
You are...
So bad.
That's okay. You are so enthralled by what you're seeing here, Fala, that it just completely escapes you. You are not able to glean anything from this. And it seems that you just are woefully unprepared for the place you're in. It feels wrong. It feels like you shouldn't be here. That you are somewhere that really is not appropriate for a time traveler. That's how it feels.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Okay.
And I can't do anything else. Okay.
No. Who's next?
Oh, we get to pick the order. Jericho will go next if no one else.
Yeah,
Jericho.
there you go.
Jericho
Sure.
Branch, go ahead.
So just kind of stepping forward the group, kind of like looking at the figurines, like it's just standing there still, right?
They are not standing. They are sitting at the top of the steps.
All right. Jericho Branch will step forward and start trying to conversate, just ask or say.
Oh, but you are... Sorry, I should clarify. You are not near them. If you look at the perspective of the picture, you are... If you imagine that's your POV, Jericho, that's how far apart you are. Probably about 200 feet.
Oh yeah, it's not that I'm stepping like to his face, I'm just kind of just stepping forward.
Oh, you're walking... Okay, okay. Sure.
Not like walking, not like truly approaching him, just kind of walking up as if like you're about to walk next. You know?
Okay. Oh, okay. Yep. So are you all... I should ask this. Are you all... You, Flebs, Chewy, Fala, are you walking forward? Are you all just kind of following? What are you... I should probably check that, actually.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, generally, like, I guess slowly walking forward
Okay.
into the area. But not too far. I guess Fala would just take a few steps to just kind of try and get a better
Okay.
look of the whole zone.
Chewy, are you doing the same?
Yes, Jimmy will follow Jericho Branch forward.
Okay. All right. Jericho, you have the floor.
Hello, your ominousness. I'm Jericho Branch, possessor of the Storm Fractal. We are passing through your surprisingly lovely Umbral City, and with it, I guess at this point I'm saying hi. We're still kind of working out our plan on what we're doing here.
Give me a just a straight up charm roll. I should just try to be polite. So, okay, yeah. You elucidate this in such a typical Jericho Branch way. And despite everything, you keep your cool. And this figure pulls out an hourglass and says, "Better to be 3 hours too soon than a minute too late. Let every man be master of his time. I welcome you, nightmare detectives. You are now truly in the spaces in between. You seek passage.
This doesn't look like the bar at all.
Ah ha ha. You wish to know the connection to the bar.
Actually,
I
kind of,
mean,
yeah.
yeah, if there is one.
Give me a history check, Fala.
Okay.
Let's see if you know. And Jericho, you can roll to help out if you both want to know. Oh, never mind, you don't need to.
Nope, don't need it.
Fala, you recognize why you can't read the situation around here. This is the same literal space between reality and time that the spaces in between occupies. Which really, we've never talked about this. And I'm going to try and make sure I toe a line between DM, creator talking, and the actual info I'm going to give you. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it so this character explains it. They have this hourglass, and from behind their mask, their eyes kind of like soften, and they say, yes, I suppose it's the right time to discuss such a strange anomaly, such as the bar that you all are accustomed to. You see, and this hourglass begins to float in front of this individual, and it starts to tick sideways like a clock as they're talking. Time is inherently a theory, a concept. Yes, it's tangible, if you believe in it. It goes one way, it never goes backwards, unless you are someone of Miss McNamara's nature. But also, reality is layered. Your dear friend, Mr. Mendoza, has proven this. When your mind is open to such possibilities, one must accept that there are gaps between time, space, reality. Think of it like safety knots on a series of threads, or anchors, keeping things steady. Without this, or places like this, and they gesture all around as the hourglass stops ticking and begins to crack before shattering, and every single shard inside it flies out and freezes around you, and the birds all stop chirping, and everything goes black for a moment, completely. And I mean, there was a sun, and now there's not, and it is cold and dark, and a small light appears in front of this individual, and they say, "Without us, everything ends. No more nightmare detectives, no more void, no more time." And they gently push the light, and it reacts with the hourglass, and everything reverses in an instant. I need each of you to give me a cool roll, just to see how you handle that. That's actually that's perfect. So let's just rewind for the listener. So Fala, your bad situation right at the beginning was a 6. Jericho, you got an 11 on your charm. Fala, you got an 10 on history. So Fala, you are loving this. This is your wheelhouse, and an 11. This is everything you could have ever wanted. And you are just hanging on every word. It's exciting to you. It's exciting in that way that a child doesn't know that when they just came close to like death for like the 3rd time that day, and they just think it's funny. Like, it's not from a... Granted, yours isn't a place of ignorance, it's just you don't care. You're like, this is incredible, and, and it's superseding my fear. Flebs, Jericho, it was unnerving, for sure, but still very much interesting. Jericho, for you, this is just more magic. This is more, like, falling under the realm of the unknown, the unseen, that Endicott has trained into you. Flebs, for you, this is just things that the compendium may hold for you secrets. Jimmy,
Okay.
on a 5, this gives you the biggest of existential crises. I think for you, at this stage, what happens to really kind of quantify this is you go straight to the thoughts of Callista. Because you're not worried about you. You're worried about Callista, and the moment that the phrase everything ends, and like the idea of light snuffing things out, well, you know what death is like, and for Jimmy, I would guess that death is going to sleep and not waking up. That's sort of it. At least that's what Jimmy would have experienced, and you do not want that for Callista. For an individual who has fallen from God's grace, or the Abrahamic God's grace, and I think that thought fucking terrifies you.
I believe you're right. Jimmy is terrified of what may happen to Callista if him and his other nightmare detectives are unable to reach her into prison.
This again yields that question of what if you're too late, and I think you're going to stew on that for a little bit. No disadvantage rolls, anything like that. I'm not going to do that, but certainly it is going to give you some thoughts to ruminate on. So yeah, they've given you the explanation. They were going to say something else, but I want to let you guys have a moment to breathe on that. Flebs, anything to remark on that?
About what just happened?
Mm-hmm.
Not particularly.
Okay. Jericho, Fala.
I think at first Jericho was pretty unnerved by it, but then having a realization, or kind of telling himself that it's just magic a couple times in his head. Kind of grabbed his nerve for him.
Mm-hmm. Okay. In that case, he sees all of your surprises and says, I was looking to test you, but I feel this was sufficient. So I will be brief and I will be blunt. Each of you must traverse through the second part of the umbral door. And you must reclaim what you gave up. And undertake one final test. For you must prove to me, and to my patron, that you can break free from the bonds of fate and save the fallen calamity. But know this, all of you must succeed, or none of you will succeed. You cannot help one another, and each test, it will challenge you. It may break you. Do you still wish to undertake it?
I mean, if you guys are. Fala looks to everybody else.
We still got Fallen Calamity to go save. Of course I'm in.
I'm down.
Jimmy reaches back and draws his sword and points it at Jericho. It said, "You made a promise to me, magic user. So I will hold you to that promise. And I am in for this journey as well."
Okay. Within the chamber, your greatest fantasy and greatest reality await you. I will grant each of you one question before you leave, should you require it.
Oh, Jericho will step up and ask a question.
Yes, magic user.
Magic user calling a magic user. That's wild.
Yeah, that feels weird. Anyway.
A little bit. Sorry about that sidebar. So, your patron, our sentimental items that we gave up. What I don't understand how we're gathering those items will prove that we are able to subvert or break fate. You mind elaborating a little bit?
Okay. So you're gonna get an answer either way, even if you fail. It's just a matter of how much info. I think. Lucy, you're our outside observer. Do we think manipulate someone?
Yeah, either that or like investigate a mystery, maybe.
Ooh, you know what? We haven't done any. We talked about this out of game.
Just
we haven't
for
done
fun.
any. Yeah, yeah. You know what? Investigate mystery plus one advantage because he is inviting you to ask that question. So I'm trying to make gamify. Okay, 14. He nods and says, "Yes, it's only right that you should really understand the point of this." One moment. He twists his fingers and conjures a series of threads. And you look down, and each one of them goes through to your chest. And it links to one another, as well as it links to him. And those threads have different colors. And some are small and slim, and they all go away. But the only other ones that are bright and orange, like yours, there's two of them. One for Victor, and one for Callista, and they go far away back through the door. And he says, "These are your threads of fate. Every creature is born with them. These are what determines whether you live or die. You've all heard stories, perhaps you've experienced even, of a near-fatal situation that you inexplicably get out of. In fact," and he pulls out a tome, a very heavy tome, and says, "I believe each of you has a mark of luck." And he looks at each one of you and says, yes, James Robert Smith III. Yes, you have used one luck. Fascinating.
That is correct.
And you, Flebs Taylor. My goodness, you have used 4 luck.
Yeah, I'm really lucky.
No, that is not
That's not what he
that's
means,
not what that
Flebs.
means, Mr. Taylor. You understand, the more you utilize luck, the more. Perhaps it's best you don't know. He looks at you, Fala, and says, Miss McNamara, you have never used your luck. You are.
It's luck when you have time travel.
Well, a remarkable point. He keeps going down the list and says, and Kalista, 2 luck. Yes, that's, given the situation, perhaps not the most lucky. Your sassy friend, Victor Mendoza, no luck, and oh my goodness. And he looks at Jericho's mark on the book. Jericho Branch, you are almost out of luck. Do you understand what will happen if you run out?
100%? No. I know it won't be pretty, but that'll be the circumstance that I'll just find myself in one day. Should I run out?
Jericho if you run out of all your luck, your fate will immediately occur. Whether it was a year, 100, 1,000, it matters not. The moment you spend that luck and your action is completed, you will be at an end. A creature without luck is... It's a fate worse than death. According to my calculations, you have 2 luck left. If you value your life, you will not use them.
I'll take his words to heart, but I'll just leave it. No, I'll just leave it. I'll take your words to heart.
Regardless, the point of these threads, these were given to you by the All-Mother. She creates the threads, and her 3 daughters, Moira, Clodagh, and Freya, they distribute them. Each looks after a special sect of individuals. Moira tends to the mundane, Clodagh to the nightmares, and Freya to the warriors. But it is not impossible to break away from the threads of fate, to sever them, to restitch them. It is just not often that a being can defy those great threads that wrap around our souls. You will have to face your greatest dreams never realized, and your greatest nightmares you never wish to come. You will need to reclaim that which you gave up, and walk away.
Easy.
I hope so. Anybody else have a question? And he looks to the 3 of you, so Amy, Flebs, Jimmy.
Fala just shakes her head and said, "No, I think at least what's important is pretty clear."
Mm-hmm. Okay. Jimmy?
Jimmy will step forward and he will ask him if there is a way, how can I save her?
Alright, +1. Investigate mystery. Nine. He says, I will say this. All of you return with your items intact, and we will save her. But we must not avoid the forest through the trees. If you forget why you're in there, you will not come out. Get your items, stare your realities in the face, and conquer them.
Thank you kindly. Now, let us be about it.
Okay. Flebs, I'm guessing you have no questions?
I don't think so.
Alright. He bows and says, all will be revealed when you return here. If you return here. And I will leave you with this. The realm you are going into is not dissimilar to the one that you were recently a part of. I believe you thought it was a daycare, yes?
Correct.
What? Yeah, kinda.
I want you to remember this, detectives. None of you were even aware of the reality out of that daycare until the veil was lifted. And when you wake up, that is exactly how you will feel in your realities. You must look for the clues. A way to part the veil, to peek behind the curtain. Do that, and I know I will see you here again.
We look forward to seeing you again.
He bows and steps aside, and he takes the timepiece, the hourglass he has, and he pushes it towards a central lock on the on this huge structure. And as it clicks into place, it twists, and the inner circle twists, which then twists the middle one and the outer one until it forms a great hourglass. And as the shards inside begin to trickle down, it forms a small salt circle. And one by one, each of you walks in, and in a flash of light, you are all gone. Callista.
Yes.
It's probably been about another half a day.
Okay.
And Capri has not shifted back properly yet. Obviously, we're doing the message back and forth. What have you been doing with that time?
Well, I think after, like, at first I think she was just gonna try to sit there and wait for him to come back, but it eventually took, like, longer than she hoped it would, so she got restless. So I imagined she would be kind of going around her cell, looking at the various things that she has, and just trying not to freak out too much, basically. Hoping that Capri is okay and actually got to where he needed to go. And if anybody opens that little, like, slot in her door again to give her food or whatever, she's been kind of trying to kind of look outside again and see if she can get any more information about where she is and maybe how to get out of it.
Okay. Yeah, we can do just a single sharp roll to see whether she sees anything.
Sure.
14. Yeah, you get a little bit more. As you're looking, there's two things you see, Kalista. So we'll do two separate meals because it's been 12 hours. The first thing you see is you're floating above one of the middle, I'd say the middle layer of this prison. And as you, like, you're half asleep, you've just had nap time, and as you're, like, looking around, you see there's an individual staring at you through the bars. It's kind of weird because you can't really make out much about them, but you see their eyes and their smile, and it immediately sets you on edge. And obviously, you know, some of your adult memories are there, not all of them, and, you know, it's kind of a challenge for you to sort of make sense of that in your child brain, but you feel innate fear, and, he, or I suppose it looks like he wraps his tongue around the bar, and it's long, and it's slimy, and it's forked, and, it makes you very uncomfortable, makes you scared.
Yeah. I think after that, Callista would kind of retreat back from the door and go sit, like, the furthest away from it, like in the back of her cell, and kind of just stay curled up back there for a little while.
Yeah.
Until she gets brave enough to venture back out.
Yeah, that's fair. The second thing you see the next time when you do, it's a visage of the warden, who is staring at you above the glass. You are much, much higher than you should be. You're near his balcony. And you recognize that it is Everett. Do you do anything when you see him?
Yeah, I think, so Everett is someone she remembers then?
I mean, I think on a 14 you'd have a flickering memory of him, but yeah.
Okay. Like, not super clear, but enough to, like, recognize that this is someone she knows. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think she'd try to, I feel like her eyes would go big and she would kind of look at him for a second, and then I think feel like she would try to figure out, like, kind of what he's doing there. Like, it's clear that he's not being kept prisoner too, right? Like,
no, she would, I think Callista would understand in her limited sort of function, she'd know that this person is in charge.
Okay. She'd probably, like, she'd stand there for a second trying to remember his name. Like, trying to go back and dig more into the flash of memory she has, and then she would, like, make eye contact with him and just be like, Everett?
Roll, you're being cute, baby Callista. Roll a charm roll.
She's probably not doing it intentionally, but she still is, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no, still not good.
That's okay.
Still not good.
You try to communicate, with him, and he can't hear you. And he looks at you, and he just puts one finger up to his lips. And, he walks away. I've just put the panopticon in the chat so you can see it. Yeah, that does not work. After a little while, you are asleep and you're given a knock. And the voice says, "Okay, Kalista. It's nearly time. You get one visit, one confession, one last meal, and one action. Write it down on this paper, and we will facilitate." And when they give you your dino nuggies, they give you a piece of craft paper and a crayon.
Okay. She would take that. And I feel like she would... Is this like the kind of thing where she has to do it immediately and give it back, or is it like the next time they come get her?
I think that...
Like, how long does she have to fill it out?
I think right now you've got another day and a half before the execution.
Okay.
So, like, you could spend a bit of time on it if you wanted to. Like, this is all taking place in the 12-hour gap that I've just described.
Okay.
And then we're going to pick it up after you've given the note over.
I see. Okay. The only reason I'm asking is I think she would take a while to
Sure.
to do it. Like, not too long, but I think she just... There's so much going through her head, and the fact that she's in such a smaller body now, like, it doesn't... There's almost too much for her to process. And it's hard for her to, like, prioritize, like, know what to prioritize. So I think it would just take her a little while, but she would, like, by the next time they would come to see her, she would be able to give it back.
All right. What do you want to do first?
That's a good question. Which one is gonna be? Man, here's the thing: that they're all gonna hurt in different ways. So I need to plan this out in my head.
We're going to do this, by the way, structurally. We're going to do one, and then we're going to do, like, Jericho. Then we're going to do another one, and then we're going to do Jimmy.
Yeah. That's fine. That's completely fine, because I might need to give the others some thought anyway. I think the first thing she would do is probably the visit.
Okay.
Because I think by this point, she has been isolated for too long, and she's simultaneously like, she feels simultaneously like, yes, you know, I probably deserve this, like this is something I should be experiencing, and then also on the other hand, she's like, I need to talk to somebody. Like Capri hasn't come back yet, and she's just going a little stir crazy, I think. Like she started like, she isn't, she's taking naps, but she's not sleeping very well. She's like kind of pacing herself, like tired of all the things that are in there.
Okay.
I think she would have to talk to somebody else.
And who do you want to visit?
Well, I know that this is gonna suck a lot, and it's probably predictable, but I feel like after what happened last time, I think she has to talk to Muloon again.
Okay.
I think we have to unpack some shit here.
All right. Yeah. So. I was originally gonna do this like comedy, like they put you in a little bird cage with a blanket over it, but I can't do that. So they give you these little shackles, and they bring you, they blindfold you, and they bring you out of the floating prison that you've been in, and they walk you through a series of rooms, and when you walk into this room, Callista, you feel this gentle hum, and then the shackles are taken off, and when you look down at yourself, you are in your adult form.
Ah, okay.
And Muldoon is sitting on a table opposite you, and he looks very tired, and he says, "It's a magical field. I didn't want you to feel the indignity of being a baby during this. But you can't access your magic, so it's more of a visual thing. I hope it helps."
Just to be clear really quick, she doesn't have her wings still though, right?
Nope.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Your jumpsuit has grown with you. You are remarkably ordinary right now.
Okay.
And
right.
he sighs and gets up and says, "How you doing, sweetie?"
I feel like Callista would just like look at him for a little bit, like kind of almost caught off guard, even though that's like an obvious question. And she would kind of.
Do you want to roll cool to see how you handle it?
Yeah, that'd be good, because I think I don't know how she would take it.
I think you're gonna have a -1 because you've been isolated and everything else.
Fair.
A lot of the rolls you're gonna have are not gonna have advantages because you have been kept away from everybody. Well, you got a 10.
Shit,
so do you want that to be that you maintain your composure, or do you want that to be that your true emotions come through? That's a 10, so it's up to you.
I think she would probably just be able to not immediately break down.
Okay.
I want to say, because I think that was a super big risk just then. So I think what would happen is she would just kind of get this like startled look on her face, and then I think she like would kind of look away and just blink rapidly a few times, trying not to tear up or anything. And then she'd look back at him and say, "I've been better. I just felt it appropriate to talk again after the last time. It's been an eventful few days, I guess."
Yeah, well, you don't gotta explain it to me. I mean, what dad doesn't want to come and see their kid, huh?
Right.
He holds his arms open for you, like for a hug. He's like, come on. Not gonna stand here looking like we're still strangers, are we?
Callista kind of gives like a shaky laugh and kind of almost like falls forward, and she just kind of her wrists are shackled still, right?
No, the shackles are off. Your shackles been taken off while you're here.
Oh, the shackles are off. Okay, great. Well then, yeah, she'll hug him. Yeah, for sure. Tightly.
I think some tears will come out.
Yeah,
and you
definitely.
got he is just holding, because you're much shorter now. You are about 5'5", maybe.
Okay.
Like you're just human. You're just, you know. And you've never had someone tower over you that wasn't God, really. And it's like a father, and he's just holding you. He says, it's okay, it's okay. You just let it out. It's all right.
Yeah, I think it's weird because Callista, you know, they've like hugged before, obviously, but I think the last time, well, maybe not the last time, but the last time it was kind of a situation like this one, she like still had her strength, like her unnatural, you know, her unnatural strength. So she had to like, she hugged him really tight, but not tight enough. She had to like be careful not to hug him tight enough to like, you know, like break bones or anything like that. Like she just had to be careful with him. And this time I think she doesn't have to worry about that. Like she hugs him tightly, but it's just like a human level of you know.
I think that would break the barriers down, because you are clutching at something that you desperately love. And I think you would just sob for a minute, and he's just kind of holding it together. So we'll skip ahead about 5 minutes, and you guys have sat down, and he's gonna let you lead this, because he's just gonna say, we got about 30 minutes, so let's make the most of it.
I think the first thing she would say after that is like after she sits back down, she's kind of like wiped her eyes a little bit. She's not making as much of an effort to hide the fact that she's crying as much as she usually does. Like she just doesn't seem, she seems very like defeated, I think, as she's sitting across from him. She's just kind of looking down at the table. And she says, yeah, but it's not really okay though, is it? Not this time.
No, sweetie, it's not, but you know, part of the job of being a parent is picking you up when you fall down, huh? So how about I tell you a story? And hopefully, it'll help you. Did I ever tell you about what happened to my Callie?
A little, I think, but not the full story. No.
He takes his hat off, and he leans back and starts looking up at the ceiling. My Callie died of a fever. Took her in the night. Last thing Marjorie says she did was say she saw an angel. And then she was gone. And for the longest time, I was so lost, Kalista. I was drowning and no one could pull me out. I just let myself sink to such a point where I nearly put the barrel of that gun in my mouth. It was only my beautiful wife that I didn't. And you know what's funny? The night that I nearly ended it all. Whiskey in one hand, gun in the other. I get a phone call. Dispatch says that there's some strange ritual going on in town. And they need me to go and investigate. So I go down there as quick as I can. And I have a little fantasy in my head about maybe I'll save somebody and die in a shootout. It's a much better way to go. I could be with my Callie. Darndest thing, though. Because you know what I hear as I kick down the door? I hear the words, "Let's go, Callista." And I get in there, and there's two beautiful babies. My Faye and Tristan. Tristan, we couldn't keep him. He went to a school some ways away. I'm not really sure. Faye grew up to be this happy, bubbly, beautiful baby. And now look at her. I mean, she controls water? What is that all about? But I never forgot. Not once did I ever forget the coincidence of that night. And someday, 18, 19 years later, who walks into Mantis Bay but Kalista? And every time I looked at you, all I could see was my little girl. And I'm not saying that's why I adopted you, don't get me wrong. But I believe in fate, Callista. And I believe that this is not the end for you. Instead, I feel I'm gonna save you the way you saved me. And he wipes his eyes and tries to like cough and cover it up a little bit.
Yeah, I think Callista was kind of just like listening and in more surprised than anything else. Until the part where he said he believes in fate. And she like looks up at the ceiling to kind of like keep her tears from coming back, but I don't think she's 100% successful at that. But she says, you see, I believe in fate too. That's kind of the problem, actually. I haven't told you everything. I haven't told anybody anything. And I probably should have. And it's kind of too late now. But, I saw my fate. And it's really bad. And that's why I'm here. Because if I weren't, I would just ruin all of this. Everything that you and the nightmare detectives and everybody else, everything that they gave me and everything that I've learned and this whole stupid world. I would just ruin it all. I might do it anyway. It might not even matter.
He reaches out and takes your hands. And he says, hey, if you destroy the world, I guess you destroy the world, honey. I'm not saying I'd love it. It's just, look at you. You're a tornado wrapped up in the body of a beautiful, kind, intelligent, loyal human being. Who could stop you? And if that was meant to be, it was meant to be, but I have to believe that this is not the end. And I need you, just this once, to let go of control and trust. Trust that your friends will get you out. Trust that we will always love and support you. Because you are our Callista. You're not just a calamity. You're not just a fallen angel. You're not just the daughter of some creepy god from outer space. You are a creature deserving of love and security and trust.
I just wish that it could have worked out different. That I could be given all of this. And maybe it wouldn't be taken away.
Callista, roll a sharp for me. Okay. It's fine. He tightens his grip on your hands. Just a little bit. And he says, Callie, you've been in love before, right?
Yes.
And when she told you to believe something she said, you believed it, right?
Impossibly. Yes.
Okay. Now I know this is a different kind of love. And he looks you square in the eyes, and you see how tired he is, but there's something flashing in his eyes, and he squeezes your hand and says, but I need you to do the same for me. Can you do that?
I want to. I really want to. I can promise to try.
The buzzer goes off, and the doors open behind Muldoon, and you inadvertently feel your pocket dimension open, and you look down at your hand, and in your hand is the Infinity Dagger.
No.
And you don't know how it got there. Muldoon doesn't seem to even notice it. But I assume you put it straight in the pocket dimension.
Yeah, I feel like she like almost drops it at first, just 'cause she's so surprised by it, and then she, like kind of panic, like a panic response, just kind of puts it in there.
Okay.
Like just out of instinct almost, even though it wasn't, the pocket dimension wasn't something she had access to just a second ago.
Okay. The moment it goes in there and closes, you no longer have access again. It's as if it didn't even happen. And Muldoon looks distressed. And he says, honey, I gotta go. I'm gonna try and get another visit in before... You're gonna have a delivery. I need you to hold on to that delivery whenever it arrives. Just... Damn it. Damn it! And he kicks the table. And he pulls you in front of the hug. And says... You have more help than you realize, and you're loved more than you know. Hold on to that. And I'll see you soon.
And Callista, like, again, just kind of holds on to him, kind of helplessly. And she says, okay. But listen, if you don't, I just... Thank you.
You are steadily beginning to turn to baby Callista now, as the magic field is beginning to wear off.
Like, as she's hugging him?
Yeah, you're getting smaller and smaller.
Man. Okay. Yeah, she kind of feels herself start to shrink, and she kind of grips on him tighter, like, kind of panicked, and instinctively, I think she would go to flap her wings to keep herself up, and then she can't. She doesn't have them anymore, and
he
just, like...
he grabs you right as you're about to fall, like he's cupping you, like holding you like a toddler, like your arms are wrapped around his neck, and like you're just like in his like into his shoulder, and he's just like gently bouncing, and he says, "It's okay, it's all right. It'll all be over soon. It's like a dream. It's just a dream."
And she kind of like her face just muffled into his shoulder. She can't. I feel like she can't really say much else because she's starting to cry again.
Yeah.
But like one of the last things that she'll say before she gets separated from him is just,
"I love you, Dad."
And you two are separated. And he says, "I love you, sweetie. I'll be back. I promise I'll be back." And you are led back to your cell. And on that heartbreaking note, we're going to move over. Jericho Branch.
Hello.
You wake up in your bed. It's your bedroom. When you were a child. I don't remember how old we said you were going to be. I think we said like between like 8 and 10, right?
Exactly, yes.
You're about 9. You're just like kind of just coming to as you look around, and you hear a bunch of voices. You hear voices down the hallway, and you hear someone throwing stones at your window. What do you want to do?
Kind of after like inspecting him being 9 for a little bit, he'll head towards the window.
So are you wondering if you're aware? Like, are you basically trying to figure out?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't think you are, because that would defeat the point of the test. I think like it will depend on how much you immerse yourself here. But what we'll do is we'll do a sharp roll, with a -1, for the moment. And we'll just see where it lands for now, because that mechanic will change as we go through this bit.
Alright, got you. Let me see here. I step in is -1, right? That's
yes. Okay. You know that this isn't quite right, but on a 7, you're like, oh, maybe I had a growth spurt. Maybe I slept funny. There's something there. You know you can do magic. But, like, it's almost like remembering you can do a magic show, right? Like, you're like, oh, I looked at Penn and Teller's bullshit. I remember that.
Oh, okay.
But you it's kind of just like that instant connection of like when you dream that you're like, when you have that kind of dream, like, oh yeah, like I was in Naruto, and then it turns out you're not actually a ninja. You know what I mean? It comes and it goes.
Got you. So is Jericho like is getting out of bed? He like tries to do hand signs and even like does like
Yeah.
Spider-Man like web shooter.
Oh yeah, you've got a Miles Morales poster for sure.
Odd.
Again, like I don't think the time would. This is like modern day child Jericho. I mean, hey, if you want to have it in early 2000s Jericho, we can put a different poster there.
I mean, she's just trying things that they're feeling a little weird, like, or kind of like rousing from his dream. Like, wait, can I still do stuff?
Yeah. You're like, wait, I could do things like, and maybe you try and do like shadow jutsu, like Shikamaru, but it's like, what am I doing? Okay, what do you want to address first?
After kind of like having the post waking up thing, he would definitely will like want to see like what's going on the window, like what, who's throwing rocks in my window? Hey.
Okay. Yeah, you go over, and you see this kind of beefy kid. He's outside in the snow. He's got these big fucking arms. And he's like, Jericho! Hey, man! We got the war tonight. You forget?
Hey, I'm up here doing jutsus. What? Oh, hi. No.
Nardi's got his group together. We got the snow war. What are you doing, man? Come on.
You wouldn't talk to me like that if I knew snow jutsu. I'll be down.
He rolls his eyes. He's like, oh my god, dude, you totally know snow jutsu, but it's not gonna work indoors, right?
How does he know my one weakness?
I'm your best friend, dumbass. Get down here. Hurry up.
Be down the sec.
Okay. Do you what do you do?
Kind of. I suppose I get dressed. Like I correct me if I'm wrong. I know, or I believe in this current moment I believe that this is how things are, right? Like
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah. Again, the self-awareness is not really there, but yeah, I mean, you appear to be a 9-year-old Jericho Branch. It's the middle of like the holiday season in a cul-de-sac in Middle America, wherever that is.
America.
Well, I mean, it based on the accents, I would guess America, but it's what is America to Sturgeonites? It's just a cul-de-sac and it's very snowy. And you would guess it's like late morning in December. What do you get dressed? Did you just put on a snow outfit?
Yes, I'm thinking Jericho like throws on like a few layers and kind of tops all off with like a with some kind of snow cap and like a scarf, and after doing that, and of course he does his daily routine because hygiene is incredibly important to every person.
I feel like there are going to be orange peels all around this room.
There might be an orange peel like in his like little trash can. Like,
I don't know if your family would let that happen. Actually, yeah, in the trash can, yes.
No. This is like a different world, Jericho. Like the orange peel is in the trash can.
Yeah, he knows that they're not biodegradable. He's 100% like, no, that's weird. All right. Okay. Yeah, you get your snowsuit on, and then you go. Do you just go straight to the hallway?
He. Not like hesitantly, like he thinks anything's up, but kind of just slowly goes working off, like waking up. He's kind of slowly walking, because this room walks through the hallways, just taking in the decorations and like proceeding to the door, down the stairs, or whatever.
Okay. You smell a beautiful odor. It's like a family recipe, and you know it the moment you smell it. It's like an instinct takes over your brain, and you know someone is cooking in your kitchen.
All right, then Jericho will completely in character normally just walk walk, like start following the scent, going to the kitchen and leave before he sees anyone. Good morning, everyone.
Hey, baby. Are you coming? Are you having dinner later? Grandma's getting something special for you.
Morning, Grandma. Yes, I love dinner. It's my favorite meal of the day. I hate breakfast foods.
Now, Jerry, we know that that's not your favorite meal. Every meal's your favorite meal because your grandma making it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And then everyone in the in this house, you just hear mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Huh. Feels odd. No, it's nothing.
What is grandma making?
I don't know what is grandma making.
What-
Okay,
what-
so I'm assuming.
What
I'm
would your
assuming it's
grandma
in the
make
morning.
for holidays?
Oh.
Like what would be a family recipe you'd normally have?
Holiday season. I'm thinking it's like kind of varied. So like if it's like closer to Christmas time, of course, it's like they're like preparing like turkey, like getting all the stocks and stuff like properly scooped out and preparing to put them either into like some kind of like stuffing or something.
Okay, yeah, I think that makes sense. It's really nice, and you hear a lot of the people in the house, but I'm guessing you want to go straight out for now.
Being the polite little like kid he is, he'll say good morning to everyone.
Okay. You see an older man emerging from the TV room, and he's probably in his late 40s at this point, maybe early 50s. Balding, got a goatee on. Still got like a fade on top of his head, but like his hairline is it is something else. And he sees you, and it's your uncle. And he's like, "Oh, hey, Junior. You going out with your friends? Are you gonna help us make some food first?"
No, I'm not gonna help make food. I'm gonna have fun with my friends. I just wanted to say hi to my favorite person first.
Oh, well, I'm sure Grandma already heard you. And Grandma's like, I did.
I think she did, yeah. But how are you doing?
Oh, you don't want to ask about your third favorite person in the house. I would hate to burden you.
Burden accepted.
He giggles and says, "No, I'm good. We've been making food. Just make sure you're back in the next 2 hours, okay? We got some visitors coming. We don't want to be late."
Visitors?
Mm-hmm. We got your uncle, and we got your cousin. Well, although I think your cousin's already out playing, but we got a couple visitors, so just don't be late, all right?
I won't be.
All right, be good. Remember, we don't trust cops.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. And again, around all the house. Mm-mm. And off you go.
Go head out the door,
Yeah. Cool. You go out, and that kid is waiting for you, and he's got, like, these big fucking gloves on. One is purple, one is white, and he's got snowballs in them. And he says, "This is the right hand of destruction, Jericho. Are you prepared?"
I don't want to know anything your right hand is doing.
Ew, gross. And he throws it. Give me a act under pressure roll. That's what you get. That's a 5. It hits you straight in the crotch. Boom! Right hand of destruction. That's what you get for talking smack, Jericho.
That's a foul.
Ain't no fouls in this game, son. And he comes over big shoes like, "Come on. I'm not that bad of a cousin. We gotta go and meet the others. Nardi's army's gathering."
You're right. And as he like helps me up, can I roll a kick to like meet him in the balls?
Of course you can. Well, he didn't knee you. I mean, that's all right. You know what? Yep. Okay. Okay. You want to knee him in the balls when he just threw a snowball? Seems fair. Proportional violence. Okay. He got a 6.
I hate this time.
Yeah, Jericho Branch is a wimp. How should I play this? Oh fuck. You on a on a 6, you get up to try and knee him in the balls. You slip and you fall face first. Oh yeah, I know what it is. You fall face first into the into like a pile of snow. And, like, it's, like, face down, and you hear from behind you, hey, Jericho, do you remember Kakashi's secret forbidden technique?
You're weird.
And, he goes, nah, I'm just fucking with you, and he just kicks you square in the ass really hard.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah,
Naruto did it.
That seems faded. That seems faded.
Hey, Naruto did it. It can't be that weird. Anyway, yeah, you guys go over. You start running, and he says, why didn't you answer your phone? I tried calling you.
You know me, kind of a heavy sleeper. I was really, I don't know, I can't remember my dream now because I never do, but like I'm pretty sure I was really in the zone doing stuff. Also, I think it was kind of crazy or something. It's like I met like a gorilla and like a dead guy and like an angel, and I think someone died.
Huh? That's weird. I mean,
Yeah.
they can't be bad. I mean, you have no enemies. It's kind of your thing.
That's what I was thinking. So I was like, maybe it's like one of those things where like maybe it's like one of those bingo dreams where like things mean something. Like I'm supposed to like I'm supposed to like steal someone's scratch off or something.
Maybe.
I don't know.
One time I
I'm
had
not
a
gonna
dream
think
about a
much about
dead
it.
dog, and then I went and got a piece of cheese. That was a pretty good day.
I failed to see the correlation.
I mean, I didn't say it was a correlation. I just said one thing happened, another happened, you know. Just like, dreams don't always have to make sense, Jericho.
You're right, but I can't shake the feeling you're piggybacking off my dream.
I mean, I don't know about all that. I'm just trying to have a, you know, engage with you a little bit here.
Right. Okay, that's fair.
Oh, hey, you know who would know? Hold on, where is she?
Hmm?
Nish! And
Don't call Nish. Hey, what are you doing? Stop.
Nish is like a little bit of a distance away playing with the other kids. Like they've got like a trench and they're like getting all these like fucking snowballs ready to throw over. And she's got her hair in space buns. And she sees you, Jericho, and she starts running over. And she's like, oh, so you're awake now? You didn't answer any of my messages. Who are you talking to?
Now? At this moment?
No, like
My cousin?
last night.
I
I tried calling you. It was
Went
on
to bed
hold
ear-
the whole night.
I went to bed early. I went to bed
Uh-huh.
early. My mom says that I have to go to bed and get lots of sleep so I can grow big, tall.
Your
6 foot.
mom said she heard you talking on the phone. I came round. I was going to give you a Christmas
My-
present. What's her
well,
name,
I'm
Jericho?
Here, you're there.
What's her name?
And her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Your new
I don't know. I
girlfriend.
don't know other women.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I
I've
will-
never-
I
I've
will-
only ever
I will
seen,
kill
like,
her.
You, my grandma. I've only seen.
But Kruger's like looking at this, like just back and forth, like this is uncomfortable. And this is like, I will kill her, Jericho.
This is like one of those like memes, like one of those jokes, right? It's like I'll kill them in game, right? Right? This is one of those things, right?
She just smiles and gives a really slow nod, like, and Kruger now is like,
Happy holidays-ish.
Happy holidays, Jericho. Okay, now we got that out of the way. We gotta go and get Nardi.
Let's go get Nardi. Nardi.
Yeah,
What a weird name. Nardi.
that's what we call him. I don't think
I'm
he
just
likes
making
it.
sure I'm putting a lot of emphasis and the word is very clearly heard. Nardi.
Yeah.
With a D.
I mean, it's a hard R. It's not hard.
You know, just for reasons. I don't want anyone like, you know, haphazardly be listening to us and like misconstrue what we're talking about.
Oh, okay.
We're just gonna go get our Nardi. Yeah, Nardi.
I mean, do you have a better name for him we could use?
Nope.
Okay. And you guys run off, and you you go to the trenches, and you see this this like gangly kid on the other side of the trenches with like a bunch of like of his friends, and he's got like these big broken up glasses and yellow teeth, and he's like, let's see what you could do. You'll never stop Nautilus the Great. Oh, look, it's Jericho the Stinky.
That's not my name.
Jericho the Silly.
That's more accurate.
And he notices, like, I think he probably saw that you and Nish were talking, and so, hold on, actually, I'm going to roll for this to see if he actually can get away with doing this. Hold on. He this may not be doable. There we go. He, alright, let me give a roll out to see if I can actually get this, because this is a charm roll, technically speaking. Oh yeah, 10. He says, hey Nish, I know who Jericho was talking to on the phone all night last night. And Nish's eyes just dart up, and they look at you, and then they look at Nautilus, and she's like, who the fuck? And
Well, you can't say that.
She shoots you a glare, and I'm pretty sure it's universal. I will rip your hair out if you speak again.
I apologize for my outburst.
And Nautilus says, it's some strange individual named Robin. And, do you react?
Oh, out of character, character really quickly. Robin was a guy, right?
Nope.
From Sin City?
No,
no.
non-binary.
Oh, yeah, no, that's right. That is right. All right, continue.
Yeah, like, do you react to that, like, that information?
Jericho's whole reaction right now is like kind of like the old like T-Rex thing, just stand perfectly still.
She gets right up close to you, like that scene from JoJo with not Abacchio, Baraccio, not Bucciarati and Giovanni, where like yeah, and she sniffs like, I smell fear on you, Jericho. Who's Robin?
No, you're not smelling fear. You must be mistaking that for my superpowers and ninja way stuff.
This is just like when you lied about my birthday all over again.
What?
Remember,
yes,
you said you had a birthday gift. You promised you had a birthday gift. You said you spent all your allowance on it. And what happened?
I believe incredibly regrettable events that...
You got me an orange peel.
I'm almost certain there was still some orange attached to it.
Your exact words were, "It's biodegradable."
That doesn't even sound like me. You know how much I care about the environment. I would have put an orange peel in the You know what? Wait a second. Are you gaslighting me?
You, instead of getting me a birthday present, you spent all your money on that online game. And it took me asking your grandma to find out because you wouldn't tell the truth.
I don't think it took that. And you know, I'll be honest with you. I've been dealing with the repercussions of that as well. It just feels weird that you, as my friend, went to my grandmother instead of talking to me about.
Oh, I'm your friend. Oh, and Kruger takes a step back. Kruger takes a step back, and she puts her hands in the air and says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'm your friend. Oh, okay. All right."
The usage of that word has been taken out of context of the situation. I mean, friends come in very
Kruger just goes, gaslighting Jericho, and Nautilus is just like laughing his ass off, and I think at this juncture, before the scene goes on too long, he is gonna throw his arm back and prepare to fire on all of you. 9. Okay. He gets the first volley off, and you guys return fire. And before you know it, Jericho, it's been like 90 minutes, and you are just covered in like freezing water and snow, and all of you have forgotten about what happened because you're 9, and you're all sitting there as you're just contemplating what to do next.
That was awesome.
You look at the time, Jericho, and you remember what your uncle said.
It's been 2 hours. Oh, it's been 2 hours.
Oh shit! That Kruger looks at that. We gotta go.
Language.
Who's listening?
The Abrahamic God.
Huh?
What? Why did I say that?
Jericho, I celebrate Kwanzaa. What are you talking about?
I don't know the real. You know what? We gotta go.
And are you bringing Nish?
Yeah.
Okay. How are you feeling at this moment? What's going through Jericho's mind?
He's having a good day. He's like he's really happy that Kruger woke him up woke him up early to go hang out with his friends. He's really enjoying it. He's got like spent like a great day having fun with Kruger and Nish. He's realizing that he really likes his time singing with Nish, and also Nish is kind of a little crazy, which is kind of cool.
It's not quite the way you remember it, is it?
Feels a little off. Feels a little, but feels like fuzzy, like weird fuzzy.
Yeah, it is definitely something there. So we're gonna, because you noticed that, we're gonna keep a little eye on that. So you go back to the house, and I feel like the house that you would have grown up in would have been like pretty sizable, like maybe like a middle class house.
I imagine so. A kind of like middle American. Kind of like.
But like maybe 90s middle American, where the house was actually worth like $500,000, but your parents and your grandparents bought it for like $6,000, something stupid like that. So
yeah,
you get closer, Jericho, and your family had a music room. Your grandmother was a very accomplished pianist in her time. And as you get closer with the group, you start to hear something very familiar. And I want
Yeah.
you to roll a. Now, would this be weird, sharp, or cool? Let's go for cool. And I'll give you a +1. Nah. You stop dead in your tracks on a 5. And like you're getting a window into a memory, you quite literally are almost like omniscient. You're looking down at the scene of what happened during the Hotel Inertia. It's just an overwhelming sense of grief. And yet, as soon as it's done, and you're on your knees and your face is hot and you're crying, Nish and Kruger are running over to check on you, and you don't even remember why you're crying. You don't even know. It is the strangest of sensations. And you just can't figure out why. Now remind me what you gave up, Jericho.
He gave up the Death's Row revolver
Yes.
with his mother's necklace wrapped around it.
When you look up at the door, there is a wreath. And it's got the words "Welcome Home" around it. And the door is open ajar as you walk through. And sitting at the piano, playing passionately to an enraptured family that comprises your mother, your father, your uncle, your grandma, and someone else that you can't quite see. Dennis Rowe is playing the piano. And as they see you, he continues and he turns and smiles that smile. As Claire de Lune rings out through the house, and you get a look at the last person. It's Endicott. But it's not just Endicott. It's a human, normal Endicott. His long hair is tied back into a man bun. He's wearing contact lenses instead of glasses. His beard is nicely kept together and groomed. It's got like edged and faded. He's wearing a green MF Doom sweatshirt, baggy pants, and Nike Air Dunks. And his hands and arms are covered in tattoos. And he looks so happy to see you. And as you look around the room, Jericho, you see two things. You see your mother's necklace where it should be, where it should always have been, around her neck. And when you look to the cabinet above the piano, where your father and your uncle kept their guns, next to a pair of ceremonial muskets and a shotgun, is Branch's Vow and Death's Row. Okay, I'm going to jump over to Flebs. I am super conscious that this is not going to be done today, but that's okay. Flebs.
Okay. Yes.
Let's talk about what you mentioned to me you wanted to do today. Flebs,
Okay.
Would you like us to start with your fantasy or your nightmare? And I realize I'm asking you this and not the others, but there's a reason for that.
Fantasy.
Okay. How old are you at this point?
Well, ideally, I'd be like 25.
Okay. Flebs, you are about the same age as, so basically it's another version of you, but the same age as what you are in game. In that case, I think I know where you are, Flebs. I think there's only one place you can be. You are back at that gift exchange with your family from many, many years ago. But obviously you've been aged up now.
Yeah.
Why don't you tell me what you want to do before we proceed?
My whole family is here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'd walk up to my mom. She really liked it when I would like give her a hard time. That was kind of our way of joking, just kind of talking shit to each other.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd start talking some shit. Same thing with my little brother, Nautilus. Start talking shit. Just
Was there anything you want to roll for?
tell everyone that I love them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's anything I want to roll. I don't think there's any mystery here.
Not necessarily, but more just to see what you see. But I get you. Okay. So you fully indulge and embrace this fantasy then?
Yes.
Okay. You spend what feels like quite a bit of time. In fact, why don't we roll for it? I want you to give me a give me a cool roll. See how actually no, sorry, no. That's okay, it's my fault. Now give me a sharp roll because it's about awareness. Sorry. We'll ignore that 6. Flebs, you lose track of time on a 6.
Okay.
And you actually spend about 3 months in this place. You don't remember why you were there. You don't really care. For you, this is reality. This is where you needed to be. Because here everyone likes and loves you. You have no enemies. Not in the meme sense, but in the literal sense. Everyone is happy and healthy. Any minor stresses are resolved by the group. You are a unit. Everyone's in good health. No tragedies, and if there are, they don't affect you guys. You're just living a normal, simple life. Devoid of any real problems. And Flebs, you are happy.
Yes.
Alright, well, let's jump over to
Why
Fala.
not fantasy? Oh, I'm sorry.
No. I got an order, don't worry.
Gotcha.
Because you said you didn't want to do anything, so I'm going to let you have that for the moment.
Yeah.
So we'll go over to Fala. Fala, do you know where you want to be at this? Like in terms of how you I think I know where you want to go, but
yeah, I think Fala would be. It would really be before, I guess, all of the. I guess before everyone started getting attacked, so I guess it would be. It's probably about 17.
that's what I was thinking.
It would be about when it happened, about 2 years prior.
Mm-hmm. I think you're actually at Saturnalia, which was a pagan tradition before Christmas.
Yeah.
And it was brought back by your family who wanted to escape the religious dogma that the Christian groups kind of forced on them and bring it back to what it was from culturally. This is the day that Fala gets Gus, and also when you get Minerva. And I'm playing with narratives here because technically jumping spiders don't live for more than a couple years, but we're gonna say this is a species that lives for about 10 years, because Fala's 22, 21.
Yeah, she's 22.
Yeah, whereas Gus, you know, they live for a while. So you get both of them. You get Gus from your mother, and you get Minerva from your father.
Okay.
Tell me what you want to do.
I guess Fala would take them back to her room. Or... Yeah, I guess she would just... Yeah, spend the time with her family first and just kind of get to know Gus and
Yeah.
ultimately, just celebrate that with her parents, but also be kind of fixated on getting Gus that perfect habitat because she's been wanting a chameleon for so long.
So he because they can live up to 20 years.
Yeah.
So Gus was a rescue.
Oh, okay.
Gus had like he was like maybe about 2 when you get him. Minerva is a baby. She's from a clutch, but Gus was 100% a rescue. He probably tried to eat Minerva to begin with, just because he didn't know any better.
Yeah, for sure.
And he did not want to be held by anybody. He would bite them. And he only felt comfortable and safe by crawling into your hair and sleeping on like the bun or like where you would put the pen between your hair. It just became a safe space for him. And that's where he would find himself. And after maybe a few hours, at the end of Saturnalia, Washeen asks if all of you could take a picture. And you oblige. And for a moment, when that picture is snapped, Fala, you realize that it is the holographic picture you took and gave up. Just for a moment. And then you forget again. Because, of course, at the moment, you're still trying to figure it all out. Once you've done that, I'm going to give you one action I want you to try and undertake. What do you want to do?
Can Fala read a bad situation while she's in here?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Beautiful. What do you want to do with that 11?
I'm gonna ask one and then hold one. I'm
Okay.
gonna ask, are there any dangers we haven't noticed?
Yeah, because it's a memory, so you are not really able to remember what comes next, but there are dangers you haven't noticed. Yeah.
And I guess other than that, Fala's just going to be soaking in that memory and the simplicity of it. And really soaking in spending that time with her family and especially Washeen. And even though she doesn't know why, her heart is just heavy while she looks at him specifically and just really soaking in that time with him, whether she knows why or not.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. Did you want to talk to him, or are you just happy to enjoy the moment as is?
I think just enjoying the moment as it was in the time, and yeah, just really that memory as it was.
Yeah.
Nothing specific. Just really cherishing it
Mm-hmm.
for what it. Having him there.
Okay. On an 11, you get the idea that what is a danger to you is something demonic. Given the state of the timeline you're in, it's like an instinctual thing that you can't ignore. Maybe it's lurking around the house, you don't know, but that is definitely the feeling. But you also are not able to hold on to that thought, and so you're just enjoying the time you've got.
Okay.
But
Got it.
because you're indulging, much like Flebs, we're just going to let you indulge in that.
Okay.
And then
Sounds good.
give me a sharp roll, and let's see again if you were able to keep track of time while you're in here. 9. Okay, you're able to keep a decent track of time. And you feel time accelerating a little bit. It's almost like you'll blink and then everyone's somewhere else. But you are aware that you are not operating in a normal time space. And you feel like you're trying to play catch up. So we'll need to resolve that. Okay?
Okay.
Alright. Before we go to Jimmy, we've got a couple more scenes to do, so, and I don't know what Jimmy's is, so I'm going to save that for a minute. Callista.
Mm-hmm.
You got 3 more things. Which one do you want to do?
I was thinking about the action.
Yep.
But I'm not sure, I'm not sure what kind of action I can do.
Tell me what you want to do, and I'll let you know if you can do it.
Okay. Well, I think she, at this point, would want to try to. I don't know. I don't think she'd be able to do this. I think like at this point she would try to maybe re-access the pocket dimension to try to see if she can get back that feeling that she had in the.
Okay. Give me an act under pressure roll.
Okay.
Okay, 9. So, on a 9, effectively, you know how this goes at this point.
Yep.
When you get a mixed success, you get one of 3 things. A worse outcome, hard choice, or price to pay.
I always choose price to pay. Let's do hard choice just to mix it up.
You can access it, but you will not be able to put it back.
Okay, so you mean it would just stay open?
What?
Or...
No, as in, if you want to access and get something out of there, like the blade, you can't put it back.
I see. Okay. Well.
And there will be an unseen effect from this, but I'm not going to tell you what just yet.
Yeah. Okay. I'm worried because I know last time she saw that violence had a really bad effect in here, but if she doesn't use the knife,
well, you're not telling me she's using it, so
no, she wouldn't use it. I just think after the meeting with Muloon, I think she's just feeling unsettled and kind of like she's worried now that something is going to happen that she can't anticipate, because at first she was just kind of sitting there just waiting for the execution to come, and now she's like, something is gonna happen, they're gonna try to do something, they have a plan, I don't know what it is. Like she's just kind of, she feels like she has to do something.
Okay.
So I feel like she would still do it.
All right. You concentrate with everything you have, and you were able to make a small tear. Like the pocket dimension comes so naturally to you, but not right now. It doesn't.
Right.
And you just about make it enough that you can get your hand in and grab something very quickly. And you get the Infinity Blade.
Yeah.
And the pocket dimension shuts, and you're not able to access it again.
Yeah, I think it's like a mixed emotion for her, because she she's frustrated that she can't do something that simple anymore. It feels like when she was human for a little bit with Paola, except like worse. because then at least then I think, I don't know, the way I've always imagined that is she still sort of felt kind of a little bit of power, she just couldn't really use it, but like it was still there, just not something she could access. And now it's like just completely gone. She can't feel anything, and it's simultaneously really frustrating and scary and also kind of a relief at the same time. But anyway, yeah, so I think she would struggle with that, trying to get it open again. But when she can't, she would kind of look down at the Infinity Dagger. She hasn't seen it in a while, right? It's been a while since they had to give up their items. And I think it would also bring her a lot of different feelings that are hard for her to process in
Big
her
feelings.
baby form. Yeah, like I think she can't really identify each one of them. She just feels a lot and then kind of has to get through it. And I think she tried to hide it somewhere. I think she feels like she needs it, and again, I think this would help her feel like she's doing something to prepare her for something that she can't even really figure out what it would be. But so she wants to keep it close, but also she doesn't want the people outside to see it. So I'm trying to think where she would hide it. Does she have a bed? She has a bed, right? Or is it just
No, she's got a bed.
blankets on the ground? I can't remember.
No, she's got a little bed, like a little pod.
Okay. Like maybe she just hide it under her pillow then, you know?
Okay.
Like somewhere out of sight where she can easily get to it again if she has to. And just sort of, you know, when she does that and realizes she can't do anything else, she would just kind of be a little bit anxious about it. She wants to like practice using it, but she's scared that they're gonna like come get her and see her with it. So she kind of like does what she did in the memory, and one of the memories of baby Callista, I think Ramiel was the one who showed it. I can't remember, but when she was a baby in heaven and she was practicing fighting demons. I think it kind of be similar to that, like, but like a much more grim connotation this time. But she'd be kind of like practicing, just kind of moving her like tiny little baby body around like that. She can actually like do stuff with any dexterity.
Okay.
Just sort of practicing.
Okay.
With an air weapon, though, I don't think she'd use the knife yet because she's scared she's gonna get caught with it. But
okay, give me a sharp roll then while you're doing that.
Okay.
Okay.
Man.
You do not notice very much on a 5, if anything.
Yeah.
Technically nothing, but there is an unfortunate sense of foreboding that comes over you, and you get the impression that by having that pocket dimension open for just a moment, something has been watching you. And we're going to jump these scenes back and forth, but as you feel this, Caprice shifts back in. And he says, "Callista, I have delivered your message, and I have one back for you. Are you ready to receive it?"
Capri, there you are. Yes, please.
One moment. And he begins broadcasting the image of Ramiel. Jimmy.
Yes, sir.
Oh boy. Alright, so yours is a little bit different, my friend. You go through the sensation of because of how much older you are than everyone, there is a lot of life to go through. And what we're going to focus on is that small period of time before you met Tracy, and then we'll go to Tracy. Now, when you were wandering around during the industrial age, you ended up becoming friends with an officer, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct.
We see some memories of you two hunting and becoming friends, and really kind of like, bonding together. What happened to him?
He just eventually grew too old to be, for less of a better term, useful to the cause he volunteered for.
Right. And you eventually had to watch him decay and pass on, and there was quite a few of his group that you were friends with. And it's not like you were a loner, but that was the first time you really got close to anyone outside of the tribe. And I think that had a very powerful effect on a still young Jimmy. Because that was a time when you were realizing you are not going to grow old in the traditional sense. And when you met Tracy, how did that kind of come about?
Well, it just kind of happened as long, it's for, say, happenstance. We were on a hunt, and she was a part of, she was just a resident of a town we happened to be passing through. And when we first met, it was, for the lack of a better term, it was love at first sight for Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
He was awestruck with her.
Yeah. And she was this small firecracker of a woman, if I remember correctly.
That is correct. Just a small wasp of a woman. She was fire.
Red hair or black hair? I forget.
Black hair.
Black hair and piercing eyes. Yeah.
Yes, just one of the greatest women you would ever want to meet.
And over the course of your relationship, you revealed to her that you weren't human. And in typical Tracy fashion, she had no issue with it. She kind of found it more amusing than anything else. You both understood the limitations that would put on your futures as a children, but you also knew mortality and immortality were mixing. You brought her to your tribe, I believe.
Yes. I brought her to the tribe, and that is one of the many reasons that Jimmy didn't move on with his tribe, is because of their outlook towards not just the human race, but Tracy in particular.
Yeah, so we're reminding everyone of this at home because it's been a very long time, very, very long time. I think the very first proper arc we did this, but you had a tribunal. One of the elders tried to reason with you, and another, who was like a former friend, rival, hit you in the face and spat on you for abandoning your group when they wanted to leave and move on, and for loving a human. And nevertheless, you were not deterred, and you ended up having the wedding. Where did you have it?
We had it in the small town that Tracy was from. It was just a small ceremony, at a church with just her and, our closest friends.
You find your memory starts in the church, and you are already standing in front of her. Are you in your human form, or are you in your Sasquatch form.
Yes, Jimmy would be in his human form because not all the people at the church know that Jimmy is a Sasquatch.
That's very reasonable. I feel like you'd be a little bit nervous.
Yes.
Hands sweaty, knees weak, arms and heavy. He's bombing on his sweater already, mom's spaghetti.
Yeah, it's teaches spaghetti.
Teaches spaghetti, yeah. So I feel like you're a little bit nervous, and you are going through your vows. Now, do you want Tracy to go first, or do you want to go first? There's going to be a couple checks in between your vows. I'm going to try and find natural pauses, but you are going to have to do a few skill checks while you're reading your vows.
That's fine. I will go first.
All right. Okay. So I'll try and jump in at a natural point, but yep. All right. So it is a very hot day in the middle of the summer solstice. It is beautiful out. There's some light ebbing in, and you know there are people around you, but you don't see them. You only see her.
All right. I'm looking at her. Jimmy fondles around in his jacket. He's like, I'm really nervous, so I wrote down what I wanted to say here today. And he pulls out a small piece of paper. And he looks at it, and he looks at Tracy, and he stares into her eyes, and he says, "To my love, you were my reason back then, my reason now, my reason every day. You strengthen my weaknesses, bring focus to my dreams. Here and now I pledge my life to yours, that your dreams become my dreams. No matter where life leads me, I know that as long as you are there, that is where I am meant to be. If you grow weak, I will be there to fight your battles. I'll help you with your responsibilities and make your problems my own in order to help you carry the burden of life. With this ring, I vow to love you from this day forward until I draw my last breath."
Give me a shot roll. Okay. There is someone shuffling in the back of the building, but you don't see them. And you slip the ring on, and it's absolutely perfect. And it glimmers on her hands. And Jimmy, when you touch her hand, it feels like fire is running through you, but the most beautiful of sensations. In this moment, the world has fallen away, and only Tracy remains as she smiles and says, "Jimmy, Mama always told me that life was an adventure. She said, the right person will make everything simple seem so grand and so special that just getting up and out of bed will feel like the greatest experience because you're doing it with the person you were meant to do it with. I spent the first 26 years of my life looking for my other half. And like a fairy tale, you leapt out and joined me. I don't care about how long I have. When the sun rises or sets, so long as you are there to protect me. With this ring, I give you my undying support, my love, my loyalty, my everything. Because I know that no matter what happens, you will always come to save me. And those famous words will ring out through the annals of time and history and scare anybody away that Jimmy would like to rage. I love you, James." And she slips the ring on. Give me another sharp roll with a +2.
Oh, that was my fault. I put plus
That's
in
okay.
front of that.
That's okay. Okay. You see something in the back of the room that absolutely changes the tone of this scene, Jimmy. Because you see a wolf. It is prowling across the back pews. It is snarling. And as it goes past the back area, past the pillar, a man appears from the other side. He is big. He's balding. Oh, he's shaved bald. He is powerful. And he is standing next to a few other people. And they all have a jacket with the mark of the hounds on them. It's a wolf chasing a sun and turning it into an eclipse. And Callista, we go to you and we have Ramiel speaking to you. And simultaneously, each of you are having your moments. Jimmy is taking his vows. Fala is enjoying time with her family. Flebs is enjoying the what could have beens, and Jericho is living a life where he never had to be magical. And these distinctions are important because this is all playing out at the exact same time. And it's funny because as Ramiel talks, he waves his hands, and Kalista, you are able to see each of these realities. And you get a good 10 seconds to look at this. To see what could have been for each of them. And Ramiel starts talking. Hello, sister. I regret not being able to be there for you. But fate has my hands tied. So I want to do you a favor and tell you the truth. The truth is, there isn't anything I can do for you at this moment. And I'm really scared. I'm really scared because I think I'm going to lose the person that helped me realize who I really am. And you're not supposed to lose that person at my age. You're not supposed to lose that person ever when you're the arbiter of death, but here we are. Callie, I want you to take a very close look at everyone around you. They are living their greatest fantasies. Things that they have never thought were possible. Families that have long died. And they are going to give them up and walk away to get you. And do you know why? And the screen changes. The first one is you and Jericho having banter. The second one is Margot teaching you how to shoot. The third one is you and Chewy sharing a tender moment. The fourth one is you tending to Flebs' wounds. And the fifth one is all of you together at the party. Because they love you. And that force is more powerful than anything that fate could ever envision. Lady Death didn't just walk away without a plan. She did it because she knew that you were being left in the best possible hands imaginable. And I just need you to wait a little bit longer, sister. Because they're coming. Your family is coming to get you. And I'll tell you the one secret of death that Lady Death maybe never told you. Nobody does it alone. Ever. And hey, I don't want you to be scared or go empty-handed. So I gave Capri something for you. I hope it helps. And Capri has the What Would Callista Do bracelet wrapped around his head. And Ramiel is in tears as he says, "We may not be in God's light anymore, Callista, but we have the light and love of our friends, and that is brighter than anything you can imagine, and it will shine on us again. Don't you ever forget that. I'll see you soon, sister. I love you. Love and be loved." And as a parting gift, he flashes the only photograph of you and Paola that was ever taken, as a reminder of the things you're fighting for and the things that your loved ones are doing for you. And Callista, I wish we could leave it there on such a beautiful note, but there is one last thing that has been roaming around in the prison that you haven't noticed yet. And you haven't realized, but your prison has been floating up higher again towards the top. And Capri gets your attention with a, "Oh my God." And you turn around and it's Everett. But something is wrong with him. And you realize, as you put the pieces together, that this is where Baal has made his home. He's inside Everett. He is inside the Warden.
Most heartfelt greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen. I eagerly welcome you to Sturgeon's most premier station, Dusk Light Radio, hosted by yours truly, the effervescent, ethereal, and immersive Everett J. Blackwell. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to check out some of our other transmissions. We're adding them regularly, and we'd love to have you as part of the Dusklight family by subscribing, hitting the bell of snakes, and, you guessed it, more snakes, and leave a comment with stories you'd love for my many-legged runners to find. Now, I want to thank all of our patrons for making this possible. If you want to sign up, it's as little as $1 a month, and you get exclusive content, early access videos and stories, updates, and more. But times are tough, and we will always be grateful for support no matter what form it comes in. Financial, spiritual, corporeal, maniacal, whatever you want. It really helps us out. Dusklight gives thanks to our Purple Crayon Eaters, Creature Creations, Kid Kiriyama, Emma, Aiden, Becky Sinani, Rory Shamba, Camilla Roca, Oliver Yourface, Suds, PV69, Desert Bluffs, Justy Blue, Paul J. DeSena, Darkness Within, Christian Hatting, Calculi Zero, Mothman, Orphan Yuka, Okami-san, Ian Hancox, Echo Kane, Gail Alstad, Alex, Candyman Gloving, Ashabel, Phi, Max, and Feely Von Karma. Our janitors, Isabel Vladislaus, Mima, Razzie Berry Pie, Ryan Moore, Ressery Cardwell, Brianna Elliott, Darktail, Kenza, Oliver Topolugnatale, Alex Hansen, Ali, And a special shout out to someone joining the crew in Art Nightborn. Art spends his nights taking people around Sturgeon in his yellow cab. I guess Art needed extra money, especially in this economy. DJ Muffin, Shane Lewis, Ducks, Joy Flint Healy, Sabiel Eclipse, Death 31, Heather Cayley, Adrian R., Amy, Arkham Cookie, and Alex Nunez. Our Nightmare Detectives, Kikuhime 1202, Halo Davis, Mama Chewy, Melanie S., and Fox Clifford. Our Void Walkers, Domain S. Silvers, Rat Squash, and Professor Creepypasta. Now you will meet more of our new Blackwell family members in a future upload, but for now, let me run down the list of who we've got. Our new Blackwell members marching their way into town are Sabrina Blackwell, Biggie Blackwell, Aphrodite Blackwell, Wojciech Blackwell, Olivia Blackwell, and Mike Blackwell. You'll learn more about these fascinating new members of our family in an upload very, very soon. Then, of course, there is Great Uncle Ven Blackwell with his forbidden knowledge, Izzy Blackwell, our resident bug devourer, TJ Blackwell, who seems hell-bent on stealing the spot of our janitor supremo and his purple crayon stash, Delira Blackwell, our new resident physician and provider of pestilence pills and poultry, Adela Blackwell's firebending and illusions and grand waffling, Ethan Blackwell, abyssal fisher and repo lord, Jackal Blackwell, head chef and mystery meat purveyor, Clue Blackwell, the chrysalis of unknowable horrors, Tabitha Blackwell, Void Water Baron and forever frenemy to our last entrant, Papa Kyle Blackwell, from his Tower of Bones, Broth and Spines, preparing the outer gods to recognize his claim alongside his hobo queen and little inheritor of the Bone Throne, who is already 2.5. We love and fear you, Papa. We thank you humbly for your patronage and look to see you bright and early for Dusklight orientation. Purple crayons and existential dread will be provided. And one last time, listeners, close your eyes and breathe with me. Remember, no matter how bad things are, how cruel people can be, and how heavy your shoulders may feel with the weight of the world bearing down on them, Dusklight will always be here to lift the load and provide you with some respite. Drink some hot cocoa with chocolate sprinkles and fat marshmallows. Have all the Christmas candy you can manage, watch a video about liminal spaces and cryptid sightings, and sleep on the cool side of the pillow with the window open and the stars twinkling down on you. Start and end each day with kindness in your heart. You matter, you are loved, and every day is another chance. I'll see you again when the sun sets and dusk enters the station.